Life, sometimes it's like a grand stage. Each of us is an actor, with different roles and unique stories. And on that stage, the way others treat you can, at times, make you ask yourself, why don't they respect me? That feeling, I understand, is truly unsettling, even heartbreaking. It makes you doubt yourself, question your worth, and sometimes it leaves you utterly exhausted. But dear friend, pause for a moment, just slowly, and let's delve deeper into that question together. Perhaps the answer isn't entirely with them, but resides somewhere deeper within us: self-respect. The first crack, when you undervalue yourself. Have you ever thought about how you talk to yourself? About the secret thoughts you hold about yourself? Sometimes we are our own harshest critics. We beat ourselves up over small mistakes, feel insecure about our flaws, or are weighed down by what we haven't achieved. When you constantly torment yourself, you're unintentionally creating a small crack in your cloak of self-respect. You think you're not good enough, not beautiful enough, not worthy enough. And what's strange is that the energy from these thoughts radiates outward, like an invisible signal. Others, somehow, can sense that lack of self-confidence from you. Imagine a flower. If a flower is confident in its beauty and fragrance, it will stretch towards the sun, attracting butterflies and bees. But if it constantly hangs its head, thinking it's ugly, people will easily pass by without noticing its existence. You are the same. When you don't see your own worth, you'll easily accept less than you deserve. A disrespectful comment, superficial treatment, or an unfair relationship. And then you'll believe even more that you don't deserve respect, creating an endless loop. Self-respect, a mirror reflecting how others treat you. Self-respect isn't arrogance, nor is it selfishness. Self-respect is a deep understanding of your own intrinsic worth, regardless of what others think or say. It's the firm belief that you deserve to be loved, respected, and treated fairly. When you have high self-respect, you'll automatically set invisible standards for how others interact with you. You won't easily tolerate disrespectful behavior, hurtful words, or toxic relationships. Like a mirror, your self-respect will reflect outwards. Think back to a moment when you felt most confident. Perhaps it was when you excelled at a task, when you wore an outfit you loved, or when you shared an idea you were passionate about. At that moment, you felt full of energy, your eyes gleamed, and the people around you, they tended to treat you with more respect and admiration, right? That's not a coincidence. That's because you were respecting yourself, and that energy radiated, prompting others to respect you too. Conversely, when you consistently accept disrespect, you're unconsciously teaching others that it's acceptable. You're lowering your value in their eyes, and they will continue to treat you in the way you have allowed. This isn't your fault. It's a rule of human interaction. We often treat others the way they treat themselves and the way they expect to be treated. Signs you might unintentionally invite disrespect. Sometimes we don't realize that our seemingly harmless habits and behaviors are unintentionally sending signals that invite disrespect. Being too accommodating and lacking boundaries. Are you someone who always says yes, even when you don't want to? Do you always put others' needs before your own? Are you constantly willing to sacrifice your time, effort, and emotions to please others? When you lack clear boundaries, others will easily overstep because they don't know where your stopping point is. They'll assume you're always available, always present, and you're the go-to person, at all times. Not expressing your feelings and needs. Do you tend to stay silent when you're hurt? When you feel unfairly treated? Are you afraid that expressing your true feelings will upset others? Or that you'll be seen as weak or overly sensitive? When you don't express your needs and feelings, others won't know they're hurting you. They'll assume everything is fine and continue their old behaviors. Your silence inadvertently becomes tacit agreement. Seeking external validation. Are you someone who constantly seeks praise and approval from others to feel valuable? Do you change yourself to fit others' desires rather than living authentically? When you place your worth in the hands of others, you're giving them the power to dictate your emotions and self-respect. They'll recognize this vulnerability and may unintentionally or intentionally exploit it to manipulate you. Self-doubt and indecisiveness. Do you frequently change your mind, hesitate to defend your viewpoint when someone disagrees? Are you easily swayed by others' words, even when you know you're right? This indecisiveness makes others feel you lack conviction, are easily controlled, and therefore, they will respect your opinions or decisions less. Cultivating self-respect, the key to changing how others treat you. So how can we cultivate self-respect and change how others treat us? This is a journey, my friend, one that requires patience and courage. Listen to your inner voice. Instead of ignoring those uncomfortable feelings, those whispered, "something's not right" messages from your heart, stop and listen to them. That's your intuition trying to protect you. When someone treats you poorly, ask yourself, how do I feel about this? Do I deserve this kind of treatment? The answer will always be no. Establish clear boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls. They're protective fences. Clearly define what you accept and don't accept in relationships, at work, and in your personal life. Then, bravely express those boundaries gently but firmly. For example, I won't talk to you when you're yelling at me, or I only respond to work messages during business hours. It might be difficult at first, but gradually, people will learn to respect your limits. Learn to say no kindly. This is an art. You don't need lengthy explanations or to feel guilty. A simple, polite but firm no is enough. Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't take on this right now. Or, I'm sorry, but I can't make it to that party. Every time you say no to something that doesn't fit, you're saying yes to yourself, to your energy and peace. Practice self-care and prioritize your needs. When you love and care for yourself first, you're sending a strong signal to the world that you are valuable. Make time for hobbies, exercise, healthy eating, adequate sleep, and quiet moments for yourself. When you are full of energy and confidence, you'll naturally radiate an aura that commands respect from others. They'll see that you're not easily manipulated or taken advantage of. Seek validation from within. Instead of waiting for praise from others, learn to praise and acknowledge your own efforts. Be proud of small successes. Accept your imperfections and be grateful for what you have. True self-respect doesn't come from others' approval, but from unconditional self-acceptance and self-love. You are enough, even if you're not perfect. Limit contact with those who disrespect you. If there are people who consistently violate your boundaries, who continually put you down, despite your efforts to express yourself and change the dynamic, then it's time to reconsider that relationship. You have the right to choose people who are worthy of your energy. Sometimes, stepping away from a toxic relationship is the most loving act of self-care you can do. The journey of transformation, from passive to proactive. You know, recognizing and changing these things isn't an overnight process. This is a journey, a long process of self-discovery and healing. There will be times when you feel weak again, when you fall back into old habits, and that's completely normal. Don't beat yourself up. Think of this journey as building a strong house for your soul. Each time you lay a brick of self-respect, each time you establish a new boundary, you're making that house more solid. Gradually, you'll find yourself less easily hurt, no longer exhausted by people who don't deserve your energy. You'll start attracting healthy relationships, people who truly see and appreciate your worth. They'll come to you not because you're easygoing or always giving, but because they respect the real you and the standards you've set. These are lasting relationships, full of love and understanding. The greatest strength isn't the ability to please everyone, but the ability to respect yourself and protect yourself. When you do that, you not only change how others treat you, but you also change how you experience life itself. From passively receiving, you become actively building your own life. My friend, if you're feeling tired from the disrespect of others, remember that you are not alone. Many people have felt that way. Start today by listening to your heart, by giving yourself the kindness and compassion you always give to others. Allow yourself to set standards, not because you're demanding, but because you know your infinite worth. You deserve to be loved, respected, and to live a full, peaceful life. Believe that, okay? And remember, every small step on this journey is a great victory of your own.